Hey, y'all. Hey, we're going to try this again. Happy Friday, y'all. I am raw to the bone and the bone, and this is Coffee with Friends. All right. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's a long weekend. I'm excited about that. I do have a lot of work to do, so I got to get busy doing that. But I didn't want to go by without sharing today's positive message, because this message is a message that I needed to resonate in me day over day over day over day. It's like a reminder, okay? And I'm not going to tell you what it is yet until I get into it. But before I get started, of course, I'm going to start you out with the positive vibes of the day to remind you that you will have a good day. My audio library was not ready, but here we go.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, eat real hard.
Good morning, Stacy. I was having technical difficulty. I had to go and come back.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. 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 Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do.
The aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time. That's how you make it.
Set a goal
you control, and the steps you take them.
I try to
pick one thought.
We need everybody else to wake up.
Mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day. Call it replication.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Hey.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
And it is.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
This is a good message today, Stacy, for you too. I know it's a good message for me.
Ups and downs,
It's a good one for you too.
Sometimes I'm high,
Other times I'm barely
breathing, y'all. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, y'all. Negative thoughts will poison your eye. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap.
all the bad for the good in my head.
When I'm lost.
Hey, what?
So I'ma fake it till I make it.
Positive vibes are overtaken.
I got patience.
One day at a time, that's how you operate.
Cadence of flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation.
Stay away from all the shit that causes
temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation.
I live my life in my head
like a narration.
Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, Valerie.
Good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Hey, step 3. Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. You know, I'm celebrating for multiple reasons. Can I just say? One is a long weekend and I'm off Monday. Okay, so that is a celebratory moment in itself. And Stacey, I know you're retired, and so don't rub it in my face. Okay, you have a long weekend every weekend, whatever. Okay, but I am celebrating that I have a long weekend coming, and I hope some of you guys have a long weekend coming too. What's the second thing I'm celebrating? Today is my last day. Today is day 6 of my workout, which means what? Tomorrow I ain't got to work out, y'all. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Stacey and I was just talking about this. People must think I love, and I've had friends that always used to say, "Oh, you just love it. You just love working out. You just love it. You just love it. You just love it." No, I don't love it. It looked like I love it because I have to make it look like that so I could keep myself motivated. Okay. But baby, starting from Sunday, I am already waiting for Friday because that is my last workout day before Saturday comes and I get to rest. And so I don't know about y'all, and I know some of y'all might be like, that ain't nothing to celebrate. Yes, the hell it is. Good morning, Fancy. Yes, the hell it is, because baby, tomorrow is rest day. It is. You know, I'm tempted to treat myself to a vitamin drip this weekend. I'm tempted. But you know, I'm really trying to be good, y'all, by not spending money on things that I really don't need. Like, I'm trying to be disciplined. And I think my man is watching me. I think he's watching me, right? Because, you know, I mean, the man is the provider, right? And so if you know you got a girl, okay, that loves to travel, okay, he probably saying to himself, okay, I need to make sure, I need to watch her and see if she prioritized traveling over all the other stuff she needs to do. Because, you know, it could be his responsibility one day. I think he watching me, seeing how disciplined and responsible I could be and how I could prioritize my life. And I like it a little bit because it forces me to do the right thing, right? And so I'm thinking about getting a vitamin drip this weekend. I'm thinking about it. Now, do I get a vitamin drip or do I get 6 bottles of wine? See, that's the thing. I think the bottles of wine will win, right? But then that's where I become irresponsible because then I'll still go get the vitamin drip. I'm trying to do better, y'all. Stacey said the gym is not fun. It's not something I look forward to. I know. Baby, listen, every morning I get up and it's a conversation. Just do it. 20 minutes on the bike is not going to be that long. 30 minutes on the bike is not going to be that long. Just do it. Yoga is only going to take you 15 minutes. Just get it out the way. That's the conversation I have with myself every day. Now, I don't know. I do believe there are some people out there that love working out, but not me. But can I tell y'all? So I went to the doctor yesterday, y'all, right? I got to give y'all an update on this. I was so scared to go to the doctor because the lab had sent me my blood work and I was reading my blood work wrong. Don't judge me. What I did was I go for blood work every 3-4 months. I looked at the report from 3-4 months ago, right? And then I looked at the new report that I took on Monday, but I flipped the numbers, right? And so I was going into the doctor's office thinking my numbers were the numbers from 3-4 months ago. which wasn't that bad. But my sugar number was getting to that point of pre-diabetic. And I was like, how I get there? You have to stay under 6. And my number was 5.8. And I was scared. So I said, oh my God, my number is still 5.8. This doctor's going to be like, oh my God. Get your shit together. And then my vitamin D was low. So I go to the doctor. Multiple things happen. As I've told before, when I go to the doctor, because I don't weigh myself, I don't have a scale in my house. When I go to the doctor and the nurse goes to weigh me, I step on the scale backwards. Okay. And I tell her, do not tell me my weight. And this nurse, she has this thing about her where she whispers loud enough for you to hear it. So when I heard her start to whisper this time, I said, don't tell me what it is. And you know what this bitch said? It's the same anyway. It's the same anyway. I said, well, whatever. I don't want to know what the same number is. I don't want to know. But I am glad that it's the same and it's not more. It'd have been nice if it was less, but it's better to be the same. I done went to Jamaica twice. I done went to Grenada. I done did a whole lot of stuff. Oh, wait, hold on one second, guys. I got to answer this. Hello? 1567. I called to have a RX refill, the vitamin D. Yes, I continue. Sorry, y'all. I had to take that. That was the pharmacy for my vitamin D. So back to the story. So the bitch was like, it's the same anyway. So the doctor comes in and I said to him, I know, doctor, I'm going to do better. He said, what are you talking about? I said, I read my blood work. I got to do better. Right? He said, what are you talking about? I said, I saw my A1C is still 5.8. He said, you read the wrong report. You got the numbers mixed up. Okay. So my A1C dropped a point. I'm down to 5.7. Okay. Which is good. Okay. It's not excellent, but it's good. All right. And my vitamin D, even though it was still showing low, it was, what did he say it was? It was 17 when I first took the test, and now it's 27. And so I just have to get to 30. So he said, I'm really not doing bad on my vitamin D. And see, I knew I was a bad girl with my vitamin D because I hadn't refilled the prescription. I only took a month's supply, and he gave me refills, and I never refilled the rest because I figured all that Caribbean sun was going to give me everything I needed. So that was CVS giving me my vitamin D because I'm going to take another month's supply and get this number up to 30. I go back for my blood work and I go back to the doctor in 3 months. So hopefully I could get my A1C down another damn point. How about that? Stop eating that damn rice. But today's message, you're making a bagel, Valerie? Yum. I haven't eaten yet. Let me tell you about my greedy ass. Okay. This is the shit I do. This is why I know I'll never be skinny. Okay. This is why, I'm just maintaining and toning and shit like that. I'm not praying to be skinny because I have fat girl tendencies. I do. I'm a fat girl on the inside. So last night, now I done already ate dinner, right? But last night, about 10 o'clock, no, I'm lying. It was about 9:30. Uber Eats, Burger King, classic chicken sandwich. This is what I'm talking about. The sandwich came, my greedy ass The sandwich got here about 10 o'clock. My greedy ass had a battle with my trying not to be greedy ass. And I put the chicken sandwich in the refrigerator and I talked myself out of eating it. Okay? Now, see, that's the shit that be getting me in trouble because people think your sugar is from eating candy and all that stuff, and it is. But a lot of your sugar comes from carbs, right? Carbs breaks down into sugar. So rice eaters, potato eaters, all that shit. Pasta eaters, sugar. Okay, bread, sugar. Breaded chicken, sugar. I put it in the fridge. But baby, I will eat it today. I just want to say that. Anybody have a late night Uber Eats fat girl, fat guy moment? Don't leave me out here by myself. Don't leave me out here by myself. Okay. So today's message, I had to type it on the screen because this message is so deep. It's deep for me. And no matter how many times I read this message, it's still deep for me, right? Because my son is 42 years old and I think I'm just learning. I'm just learning not to parent. Oh, Valerie, that's a good one. We're talking about who has late night fat girl, fat guy moments and what do they eat? What do they order? I ordered a chicken sandwich last night from Burger King. I didn't eat it, but I wanted to. It's in my fridge. Valerie said, I usually make pancakes. That's a good one. Stacy said 4 a.m. cheese and crackers. Okay, that's a good one too. I do that too. I get up out of bed, I get some cheese and I get some crackers. That's a really good one. Okay. And that's really good for you except for the crackers. That's the part. That's the part. Sugar. Sugar. Okay. That's why they say 90% of your body fat loss is in the kitchen. If you could stay away from half the shit that we can't stay away from, we'd all be good. Wine, sugar. I'm about to go buy 4 or 5 bottles, 6 bottles. Sugar. That's why a lot of people drink tequila. Vodka, I think, has sugar, but I'm not sure. Okay? But let's get into today's message because I got work to do, y'all. I got a lot of work to do. My boss is off today. It's a long weekend. A lot of people are going to be leaving early. And so I got to do some chasing and spinning at work. And so let's get into it. So we are still in May, the month of acceptance. Okay? And the message here is about parenting. There's a few parents on here, and and everybody on here has parents. So this message applies to everybody. Okay? I am now receptive to the idea that there comes a time when a parent must stop parenting. Oh my God, Valerie, don't say that because I will go to Wegmans and get me some. I don't even know where the closest Wegmans is around here. They're talking about opening one up. Don't do me like that, Val. There comes a time when a parent must stop parenting. Now, don't divorce yourself from this topic if you don't have any kids because you have parents or had parents. Okay? Message applies to all. Some parents never give up. They never give up directing, controlling, and interfering in their grown children's lives. They never give up talking about, criticizing, or chastising their children long after they are grown. Just in case you were wondering, anyone who is of voting age or drinking age is sexually active and who demonstrates the responsibility and means to pay their own rent is grown. Sometimes parents are in their grown children's lives inappropriate ways. They pay their grown children's bills. I did it for years. They pay their grown children's bills. I did it for years. 2 cars, apartment rent, child support. They pay their grown children's bills. They buy their grown children food. There are even some parents who allow their grown children and their lovers to live in their homes. Now, see, I did a lot of things. That was not one of them. The first time I let my son have a girl spend the night he was in his early 30s when he had just gotten out of jail and he reconnected with an old friend. Okay. And then the only other people that stayed at my house were long-standing people, but they never lived with me. They might sleep over. They never lived with me. They allow their grown children and their lovers to live in their homes. I didn't even let my son entertain female company in my house. I didn't. Not even when he was in his 20s. Get your own. Because I always believed that one day the girl going to be like, "Hi, Miss White." And then one day she going to be scrambling eggs in the kitchen with a bathrobe on. Talk about, "Hey, Robin." Bitch. No one gets that comfortable in my house but me. Some parents are so concerned and afraid that the kid won't make it. They never give the kid the opportunity to try. You know what's so crazy? I got to take my time reading this. Good morning, Johnny Leon Hill. I got to take my time reading this. You know what's so crazy? That was me guilty. Never give the children the opportunity to try. I was so afraid that my son wouldn't make it out there. That's why I paid the bills. That's why I did everything I did. I was so afraid to step away and give him the opportunity to try until I did. And I didn't make that decision until he was in his 30s when I decided, that's it. I'm stepping away and I'm giving you an opportunity to try. And when I did that, he soared like an eagle, got his shit together, pays his rent. I don't have to pay none of his bills. No more. Except he just got off my phone bill plan 2-3 months ago. So, except for that. But he's gone now. Okay. He's off my plan. Not even giving your children the opportunity to try. We are not talking about the parent who helps out when a child has hard times. See, that's different. Ma, can I borrow some money? Sure. Ma, can I stay here for 2-3 months because, I fell on some hard times? Sure. Those are hard times. We are talking about those parents who will not allow their children to face the hard time. We are talking about those parents who don't believe that their grown children are capable of handling difficulty, so they constantly interfere. Running interference for your children can interfere with their ability to figure things out on their own. We call that coddling. Coddling our kids. Not letting them figure shit out on their own. We figuring shit out for them. It is a parent's right to worry. It is a parental obligation to be concerned. It is also a parent's duty to know when to let go and step back from the front page of their child's life. A parent knows when a child is ready to go out into the world. A parent knows when a child is in trouble and needs some help or assistance. A parent also knows that some of the fears they have about the child failing or falling has nothing to do with the child. Until today, you may have been involved in your grown children's lives in ways that were not appropriate. Just for today, take a breath, let go, offer your grown children the opportunity to meet life on their own terms. While they are doing that, learn how to knit. Learn how to fucking knit. Today, I am devoted to offering my grown children the opportunity to grow up. You know, I just want to say this. There's two sides of the fence, right? There's the child that you help and you're always overcompensating for, coddling. And then there's the parents that kicks the kids out of the house when they're young. Now, I had my own apartment at 16. I was out of the house initially at 13, came back, and then officially out the house by 15 for good. Had my first apartment at 16. I was an emancipated minor. Okay. And I felt like nobody cared if I was going to survive. And I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't. Right? But I was on the opposite side of from the parent that I am to my son, that I was to my son, that was overcompensating, helping out, making sure, paying the bills, making sure he had a place to stay. I was the opposite. I grew up the opposite. Okay? Nobody, I felt like, because I can't say nobody, but I felt like nobody gave a damn whether I was going to survive or not. I had to take that opportunity, whatever opportunities were in front of me, and survive. Now, can everybody survive? Not everybody survives, right? Unfortunately. But we would be surprised at the abilities of our children if we let them. If we let them. But I ain't here to judge because it took me until my son was in his 30s. It did. So I'm not judging nobody. I'm just talking from my experience. And I feel like because of the coddling and the overcompensation and the doing, right? Good morning, Nakia. Oh, God, she will come on here when I'm talking about this. You know, I felt like with all the overcompensation I was doing with my son, paying his bills, you know, making sure every time he's in trouble, I'm running to try to rescue, paying the child support, doing all these things. You know, all that I was doing in my mind, I'm thinking it's helping him because when I was out there on the street, I didn't have anybody doing that for me. So I felt like, damn, when I was out at 16 on my own, with my own apartment, I didn't have nobody paying my bills and making sure I'm all right and running to my rescue. And so I did the opposite with him. But ultimately what I did was I hurt his growth, in my opinion, right? Because he was a mommy's child. He was dependent upon me. He was spoiled. He knew that he could do whatever the fuck. And here I come. He didn't have to grow up. He was playing. Right? This message today says there comes a time when a parent must stop parenting. Right? Give your children the opportunity, your grown children, the opportunity to go out there and try. I'm saying I had to learn, and I didn't learn. I didn't execute on this until he was in his early 30s. So I'm not judging anybody who's still paying their grown ass kids bills and shit like that. You know, we get sucked into feeling like that's our responsibility as parents. And sometimes it's based on trauma, but it doesn't help our children. And I got to the point where I said, opportunity fly by. And he hasn't disappointed me yet. See, all them years I was doing for him, he disappointed me over and 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 over again. But when I decided to completely step away and be like, bye, get the fuck on, come on now, I'm tired of this shit. Guess what? I haven't had an issue out of him since. Stacy said it's hard when you see your child falling. Natural to want a buffer, but at a point I had to step back. And I know that's hard. And you know, shit. You know, it's hard to see your children failing. Right? But when they're grown, we got to give them the opportunity to try. Right? We do. There comes a time when we stop parenting. Now, it doesn't say that we can't be there when our kids fall on hard times, because my son will never be homeless as long as there's a roof over my head. But temporary, like term limits, like it's not forever. The only time my son live with me forever is if I'm living with him because I'm elderly. That's it. No forever living together. I don't even want to be in a 2-family house with him downstairs or upstairs. I like the little drive that we have. There comes a time when a parent has to stop parenting. And that's the message for today. So hopefully that sinks in for those. I know Johnny Leon Hill, just his son is just graduated, and you going to step in them. It's time to stop parenting shoes too soon, Johnny Leon Hill, because your son is in college now. It's getting ready to go to college. All right. So that's going to be you. Anybody got any plans for the weekend? Kia, what you doing this weekend? Studying? I don't know. I wanted to cook out. AG and I wanted to cook out, but it been raining, and they said it's going to rain throughout the weekend. And so forget that. That ain't going to happen. So I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. Anybody got any ideas? Y'all are quiet this morning. Y'all gonna send me to work early, honey. Well, not early, but I figured the Friday would have been turned up, but I've been so inconsistent with coming on. People don't know whether I'm on or whether I'm gone or what the hell. But I'm gonna try to do better, y'all. But life be lifing. You doing something on top of studying? What you doing? Good morning, Cheryl. Valerie, you said you tired. Oh, Valerie, you gotta watch 825 Forest Road. Did you watch it yet? It's on Peacock or Paramount. One of them. Oh, you didn't? I wonder why. You know, the system was acting stupid. I had some technical difficulty when I first came on. I had to get off and come back. Who knows what's going on? Look, the comedian is talking to the spiritualist. I'm trying to see who's barbecuing. I want a beef hot dog off the grill and turkey chops. Child, I know. Me too. I don't know nobody barbecuing. Shirley, you're going to have to go to the playback for the message. It's a lifetime, but the message was deeper than just, you're always a parent. But this was a message that went beyond the normal parenting. Good morning, Hillbilly. What happened? All the notifications just came out. I've been on here almost an hour. If not, actually, I've been on here 36 minutes. So, Cheryl, I hear you and Stacy had a good time at lunch. On the grill at the bar or at his house? That's why I said, I don't know if everybody is off on Monday. I'm celebrating having a long weekend, you know. Oh, child. See, this is why I done locked my hair, because I can't deal with I cannot deal with getting my hair done. Like, I was weaving it and weaving it and weaving it, and I realized, I said, you know what? I'm always putting weave in my hair. When am I gonna wear my own damn hair out? I only wore my hair out occasionally, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this, but I really do want to wear my own hair out. I'm so thankful for these locks. Good luck taking them braids. Oh, that's what I'm doing this weekend, going through my closets. Thank you for reminding me, because when I run out, I have to go to the dollar store and get the black garbage bags to put all my stuff in. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, let me find out. Oh, at his house. Let me find out Stacy be cutting up. She always so, calm and trying to be conservative when I see her. Let me find out she be cutting up. What she do, Cheryl? Tell me what she did. So, but I'm waiting for Cheryl to tell me what Stacy did. But the June 21st 3T event, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it. If y'all were on earlier, y'all heard me say that I'm trying to be more responsible, and I think my man is watching me. And I have to prioritize my life. And so also on that day is my grandmother's yearly celebration in City Island. And I haven't gone in 2 years, because I was either in Texas or I was here or I was there. And I'm going to make an effort to go this year. It's just, it just don't feel the same anymore. I don't know what it is, but it just don't feel the same. But I am going to make every attempt to go and celebrate this year. I know, blissfully. I'm probably gonna have about that much too, because my closets are ridiculous. They are so ridiculous that I can't even see what's in there. They are so ridiculous. And I don't wear half the stuff, not even just my closets, but my drawers. So I'm gonna go through my closets and I'm gonna go through my drawers. The first order of business, I'm not gonna organize my closets. I'm not gonna do any of that. The first order of business is just get rid of everything that I don't want. After I do that and get them out my house over to Goodwill, then I will come back and organize my closets and my drawers. I don't know if all that's going to happen in the same day, but I just know the first order of business is I have to take small chunks, just get rid of everything I don't want and let the organizing happen as I go. Because then I can see what I have left. I can see what I need to backfill in my closet, stuff like that. Because I'm telling you, shit is in there that I ain't looked at since before COVID. Now that's ridiculous. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend. But I'm sorry some of y'all missed the morning message. Go back and watch the video, y'all, and some of the morning conversation. But I got to go get ready for work because I have a 12 o'clock meeting that I have to be prepared for mentally. And baby, I'm not looking forward to it, but I do have a meeting. Then I have another meeting at 1 o'clock. And then I think I'm going to end my day a little early today and do my errands and get my wine, get my bags from the dollar store, get my medication from CVS, and, come back and chill, I love storytelling, and some of the stories from Harlem had me cracking the fuck up. Oh, okay. At Bliss, some definitely could go on Poshmark, but I don't want this stuff staying here. I have about 8 items that I'm having the real pickup within an hour. I have 20-year-old shirts and pants. You know what, hillbilly? But if you wear them, that's okay. I'm talking about stuff that I have not worn, I have not touched. I probably can't even fit, right? And I'm just tired of every time I want to go out, I'm looking for something to wear and I can't find shit because it looked like I got a lot of shit, but I don't wear a lot of shit. I don't want to do that. So I need to clean out this closet, and it helps declutter my mind too, because every time I look at my closet, I feel overwhelmed. So that's my order of business. So thank you, Nakia, for reminding me of that. And so with that, y'all, I'm going to send y'all about your way because I got to go about my way. I got a job to do. I don't know about y'all, but I got a job to do, okay? And with that, there's a reminder that even when you feel low,
you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
You get the whole
even
song
today.
No hope,
you can still go. I never
answer to no man, I still go. This is Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Come back Monday, y'all, or maybe Tuesday. I don't know, but come back. Get this message. Huh?
I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.
What?
To the system, I don't wanna be a slave.
I've been doing shit
my way, on the highway, and in the driveway is a nice way.
Hey, thank you, Val. You too. Thank you, Stacy.
Switching, you can go and obtain
Anything you want, anything you need.
your mind's got the key ingredients.
Hey,
Better see with the negativity. I just slide right by that energy.
even when you feel
low, you can still
what?
Even when you feel slow, you can still
Come on.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
Oh, Nakia.
Still go.
I looked at the Peloton. It said you had 6 rides. I'm gonna have to talk to you about this. Huh? You got a mind, but even that can change. Yes, Cheryl.
That's what I say.
Fake it till you make it A.
And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a thing. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain.
Hey, never slow yourself down, you can do some more.
Push past, start a pain, and you find it.
Come on.
Open it up, and finally explode everything that you thought you could never do before.
Cause what?
And even when you feel low, you can
And you can.
When you feel slow, you can still go.
Yup.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
I never answer to no, man, I still go. And I'm hard-headed as fuck. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. I'm trying. Because what?